So how have you adjusted your engineering mixing over the years with the new technologies, Pro Tools, all these things? I know you famously said you don't like to record to Pro Tools or digital. You like to record to tape. Are you recording to tape and then moving it into Pro Tools now?
There's no need. There wouldn't be any need to do that. No,
right.
I'd mix straight off analog. Obviously, if I have to use Pro Tools, I will. But and in the case of the Christian McVie thing I did, a lot of it came to me on Pro Tools. So I didn't have any choice. But if I'm making an album from scratch, I'll still record analog and probably 16 track, not even 24.
Wow.
And then mix to 15 IPS, quarter inch. Don't use a computer. I don't like mixing things in bits. To me, it's if you've got 24 faders, if it's 24 track, I can handle it. I don't need to have a computer memorize anything. I do it all live.
Wow, that's incredible. You still, I guess you got the status to be able to walk into a studio and get all analog, but it's hard to find analog studios these days.
Well, yeah, I know. I don't need too many, so it's cool.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I love it. I absolutely love it. And the idea of converting to using a computer in the way most people do doesn't appeal to me in the least. I love some of the better mixes I've ever done. For example, I made a mistake and it was marvelous, and it worked out being better than what I thought. So I like having that on the edge bit of mixing rather than it all being programmed.
That's awesome. I would love to see that. Since I started music 20 years ago, it's all been Pro Tools and digital stuff. We've done some stuff to tape. We've done drums to tape in the past, but slowly just moved everything over to Pro Tools, and everything gets programmed in the mix. And we've gone out with Andy Wallace. I'm not sure if you're familiar with his work as a mixing engineer, but he's done all of our records, and he has the faders all programmed. And it was impressive. It's very impressive to see them all just like, you're just watching them go up and down, all programmed. I'm
afraid there's too much watching going on.
Not enough listening, right?
Not enough listening. People look at a screen all the time and they're judging what they're hearing via their eyes, and it's got nothing to do with anything. I'm sure I'm not familiar with your band, but I bet they're bloody marvellous. And if it's a straightforward rock and roll band, which I believe it is, I don't know how straightforward it is.
It's not very straightforward, but I appreciate it.
Okay.
We have many layers. There's a reason we're in the digital era of layering things over and over. We've done a couple of times where we strip it all down on records, but for the most part, we have like 3 or 4 different lead guitar tracks plus 4 rhythm guitar tracks, 3 bass tracks, drums everywhere. Like we're pretty eclectic. We have strings, full orchestras that come in. You give it a listen and let Chuck know what you think after.
Okay,
this.
So when you go and play live,
yeah,
how do you deal with that if you've got 4 bass parts or?
Oh well, live you just have it's a direct line in. It's a mic'd clean amp and a mic'd dirty amp for my bass. So those are the 3 things. What we do is we blend out the 2. Clean and dirty. We don't have a DI on it, and put those out into the speakers. For backing tracks like strings and everything, we play to Pro Tools. Actually, there's a Pro Tools click in the back.
Oh, I see.
And those are programmed and will pop up. But all the instruments like guitars, bass, drums, vocals, all those are the 5 of us doing those, and we just find arrangements that work. The more important parts are the ones that we'll play, and some of the other ones get on the wayside.
Okay.
It's a hoot. It's a little different than what you used to deal with, but it's a lot of fun.
Sounds a lot different.